Would you like to know how to best set goals for your network marketing business so you can crush it in 2023? This video is going to be for you. So not only are we going to talk about setting goals, we're actually going to be talking about achieving those goals. How many of you have ever set goals and first quarter goes by and you're like, oh, there's absolutely no way I'm gonna achieve that, and your year looks exactly the same year after year after year? So watch this video. I'm gonna share my personal story on how I set goals and how I achieve them in this video. And if you've never seen any of my videos, my name is Anna Stropnik and I help network marketers grow an online business so they can attract ideal prospects to them and they don't have to chase or beg anyone to join their business. If you consider subscribing to this channel. Every single week on here I share a new video. I'm going to share with you 3 things. One thing is clarity, the second thing is belief, and the third is knowing how you're going to do it. So out of those 3, which ones you think are important and which one is not? So I'm gonna tell you right now, how you're going to do it is actually not important at all. All the other things are super important. Having clarity and having belief is going to be crucial in order for you achieving your goal. And I'm going to share with you exactly how to get there, how to be clear, and how to have belief in your goals. I'm going to share with you how I achieved one of my biggest goals, and that is to spend summers in Croatia, to spend summers with my family, with my mom, with my dad, my brother, and his wife and kids. So this is what I did that was different about that goal. I've always set that goal. That was my number 1 priority in business, that I have a lifestyle and a job that or business that I'm able to take my summers off when the kids are out of school and spend it the way I want to. So in 2021, I was like, this is the year. This is when it's going to happen and it's going to start, and we're going to be doing that every single year from now on. One thing that I did, and that was different from the years in the past, because I would constantly have these thoughts of fear. Oh, it's not going to happen because we can't afford it. Maybe we'll go next year. So it was constantly going over and over. Oh, my husband has to work at that time. We won't have enough money. And it's not a good time. It's this, it's that. I was pregnant and then the baby was little. And then I finally decided this is it. This is the year. We are definitely going. It was 7 years since we've been. And what I did was, the first thing is I booked those tickets. So that is the thing that you gotta do. You gotta help yourself with achieving that goal. You gotta take action. So for me, that action was, okay, I'm gonna book the ticket, so I have no way of saying to myself and stopping myself, okay, you're not going, we're gonna go next year, it's gonna be better, whatever. No, I booked those tickets, we're going. So everything else figured itself out later. So this is the thing, you don't have to know how, you just have to be clear on what you want and have a belief that it's going to happen. So if those 2 are stronger, you don't really need to know how. So I booked those tickets, whatever. I paid for them. We got enough money so we can go. And that was the end of the story. So let's talk about clarity. Clarity is, you gotta know exactly what you want. So put that goal in 1 sentence. What is it that you want? What is the deadline? What is the date? And exactly what are you going to achieve? So put that down. A year from now, this is what I'm gonna get. So you cannot be desperate. You have to be imagining it already happening. So this is why, lots of marketers are teaching you to know your why, to always know your why. But what you really need to know is, you don't need to know your why, because it always takes you to the past, and because you're not achieving it, or it was years and years of you not achieving it, you'll lose belief in that, and you're thinking in the past. But if you think about what you want, you're then projecting that into the future. So it's really important to know your what. Your why doesn't matter, okay? So know your what, set your goal, be clear about it. Now let's talk about belief. Belief, you gotta believe that you're going to achieve it. So your goal cannot be something that you're gonna think, oh yeah, right, I'll never get there. Because you won't, if you're thinking like that this will never happen, it won't. So it has to be something that stretches you, that pushes you a little bit, but it also has to be reasonable. My mentor, Bob Proctor, he always used to say that you need to think about C-type goals. So not something that you can achieve easily, something you've done before, or something that you just need like few things to like plan out and your goal is there. It has to be something where you don't know how it's going to happen. That's exciting, because your goal needs to be exciting. So it gets your imagination, your intuition, all of these like amazing things that our mind has that will help and push you and give you more clarity as you're going towards that goal. So the last thing, like I said, your how is not really important at all, because when you have the goal set, you have it written down, you have a belief this is going to happen, you have it broken down in small steps, all these like little things in between are going to happen. So Steve Jobs, he said it the best. He says that you cannot connect dots forward, you can only connect the dots backwards. So you don't know, like when you achieve a big goal, then you can connect the dots how it actually happened. And that's a really good strategy, because that will help you in any future goals to do the same thing like you did. It doesn't matter if like one is a business goal, one is a personal goal, you use the same strategy to achieve any goal. Okay, so this is the 3 things that I wanted to share with you. So how is not important, but clarity and belief is super important. Okay, so once you have this big yearly goal, what you want to do is you want to break it down, because you want to know what are you doing in the first quarter, what are you doing in the fourth quarter of the year. So you got to be specific. For example, if this is like if your goal in this year is to get to 6 figures, where do you need to be in the first quarter? So maybe it's like $2,000 you need to make monthly in order for your goal to make 6 figures by the end of the year. So what do you need to do now in the first 3 months to get to 2,000? Okay, so your goal needs to be broken down. So once you break it down in quarters, then you're going to break it down in months. So every 30 days, but what you need to have there is like exact action plan on what you need to do. Because like I said, I booked those tickets to Croatia. If I didn't do that, I would probably like give myself an excuse. Oh, we can't go this year. Oh, it's pandemic. It's this, it's that. We went in 2021 and I was like, we're going. I don't care, unless the airline actually returns and takes us back, we are going. And we did, So this is why you need to know exactly what you're doing each month, each day. Have that action plan. So not necessarily that your action plan needs to be so clear what you're going to be doing in the third and fourth quarter, but be specific in the first 90 days. And then what you're going to do every 30 days, every quarter, every 90 days, you're going to be reviewing what you've done, and you're going to maybe make some tweaks. So that way you plan another 90 days. This is not a 90-day run. This is your planned action on how you're gonna, because you're gonna have to calibrate. Okay, we didn't get to 2,000. Okay, now what? Or do we give up? No, we don't. We make a better plan. So we review and plan and review and plan and review and plan. Be accountable to yourself that you're going to do it, that no matter what obstacles come, that you're gonna figure it out. So that's why you're gonna do it. Every 30 days, you're gonna check what went right, what went wrong, what you can change, and then you just keep going. Because of this strategy, I was super clear now about my goal for 2023. And I'm really excited about it. I did exactly this thing that I shared with you. And I'm gonna keep myself accountable. I already have like a big action plan, what I need to do in the first quarter, and it's looking really positive. I'm already doing some of the things that are taking me in the right direction. So what is that for you? What do you need to do? So set that goal. I suggest you do that now in December and not wait until January, because you really want to have it like a business plan, not just like wishy-washy goal with no action plan. So have that action plan, break it in 4 quarters, break it in the month to month, break it into different actions that needs to happen, especially be clear on the first 90 days because you can always adapt. So hope this was helpful. If it was, I can share with you how and what really helped me be so clear with these goals. It was like all the years of self-development as well, but now knowing like the system on how I'm building my business, I'm using attraction marketing, and it has a roadmap, so I know exactly based on that roadmap where I'm going to be if I follow along where I'm going to be. So if you are tired of like chasing prospects and really having like ball in your court, always having to be the one to ask, you can actually automate a lot of those processes. So like I said, I don't do 90-day runs, I do 90-day plans, but I don't spend more than like an hour per day on building my business. And you can do the same. So where you can learn that is in my 10-day attraction marketing bootcamp. I'm gonna drop a link somewhere around this video where you can check that out and register, so you can have the best year for your 2023 as well. And I can't wait to hear about your goals. So by the way, what is your big scary goal for 2023? Drop it in the comments below, and I will see you on the next video.